Welcome to the SOLUS PLEXAR show. This is something kind of like a podcast, but it's just where you can come and just let your mind free flow off of music. What has music been making us think about? Well, I used to make a podcast on SoundCloud, and it was just me talking about music. So that's what I plan to do here. But there wasn't a camera involved in the last one because it was on SoundCloud, obviously. But I'm pretty much just wanting to continue it here, but maybe call it something different. So leave that in the past. Probably shouldn't even brought it up, but it was a really cool podcast, and I feel like some of my friends liked it. It's something that I would like to do continuing forward. So thank you for watching this. If you're watching this at all, like, that means something. Music, it means something to all of us, but it means something different to everybody. That's why everybody likes different genres and things. And I've come to a decision to continue rapping, but I'm gonna make primarily like reggae music, but because like I want to sing, and I'm sure I can make reggae tunes with like acoustic instruments and stuff, but if I want to make R&B music, it's really hard. But once I start getting money, I will be able to make more R&B music. So that's coming up in the future. But lately I've been writing a lot of reggae, and the next SOLUS PLEXAR album is going to be way different than the last one, but equally as thrilling and I don't know, not diverse, but like various genres in the mix. To where you can't put me in a box and be like, he's reggae or he's rap or whatever. So I think people who are more open to different genres are gonna get along with like listening to different artists, because not all artists are the same thing. Like all throughout their albums and stuff, their sound stays relatively the same, but they get out of the box. You can tell. You can tell when somebody just keeps making the same song over and over again. But I don't know. You could say that for everybody, because everybody has their own style. So. Just performed for my second time in 5 years. It was really fun. I've never had so much fun at a show like that I've performed at. Like, usually it was just not very many people. But now I'm starting to get up in front of more people 5 years later. But, I really, really want to start this podcast back up and start pumping out albums. All you got to do is get a means of recording. But yeah, that's the whole point of being a rapper, is putting on all these hats and wearing them all just so that you can, rap. But if you can find, other people to help you with those different things, it will be easier, but you might have less control over it, and it might take less time than you really even need. You might be recording an album in 5 months and we have an hour worth of mixing, but then you can go back and either get the track outs or edit whatever you want to edit. But my first releases were, they might sound good, but I didn't put as much effort into it as I could have. It's good to expand your mind and always try new things and do what you must to put out some of the best music you've ever put out. Like, even your first music can be like that, but it's rare. Most people put out a bunch of mixtapes before they even pop in, like, but I am a little bit late in the game, and I am happy to say I'm back. I don't care if I took a vacation from the rap game. I can do anything, and I am way less nervous when I'm performing now. So, and more, I guess, dedicated or livicated to trying to learn the lyrics. Like, it's so easy. All you have to do is practice. Like, whether you are rapping really fast or you don't have that many lyrics to remember, like, it's easy. We're machines. Just move your hand around, you start rapping. Or rap and move your hand around, and you'll rap more. I swear. It's linked up with the brain. So if you have any questions about music and stuff, just ask me or leave a comment, and I'll either do a podcast about it or I'll like DM you if it's like short and sweet. But yeah, I'd love more ideas on what to podcast about, because I just podcast about music. I'm just sitting here talking about music. I don't know how to put it any like simpler than that. I guess I'm podcasting about making music, and I've got so many distractions around me. It's unreal. It doesn't matter if it's day or night. So, you know, even if I can't record music right now, I will still do my best to podcast, because I mean, there's got to be a start to this somehow. I can't just keep dropping music and it doesn't get listened to. It's time to really perform it and let people know who I am and be the best I can be, instead of just flopping all the time. Like 5 years back, I better 5 years from now, I better be really good. Just like I could be now if I went hard 5 years ago. But people don't put that into perspective, just like me. You gotta live in the now. Otherwise, if you're not living in the moment, there will be no later. You can't make it later like I think I will. It's all about now. It's not 5 years from now. It could happen tomorrow. Those are two different perspectives. But this podcast was going good. I stopped recording music because I got a cat. If you're a rapper, do not get a cat. They will just yell at you while you're recording, yell at you while you're trying to freestyle, yell at you while you're trying to do anything. It's annoying. But I don't know, man. Being on tour and stuff, and actually, going to a lot of open mics that are like around the area, not just 20 minutes away or whatever. It's hard. Yeah. Come back, try and do things, and neighbors are creaking the floor. Like it's a struggle, but you're witnessing it here now. It's insane. So I'm gonna get out of this apartment. I'm gonna get back with the studio phone and use this camera. Like, it's so amazing that we can just use our phone camera now to make YouTube videos. I don't think that was a thing back in excuse me, back in 2000, I don't know what it was, 2010 to 2015. I first started watching YouTube. There's some crazy videos back then. It was a weird algorithm type deal, but ever since Google bought it, it is way different. But I don't know. what I can or can't say on these videos, but I guess I'll find out. Just talking about music, so I don't know. Talking about how my environment isn't studio quality, and excuse me for that. But anyway, I still write music. It don't matter if I don't record or nothing. Like, you gotta always write and freestyle too. Like, freestyle a lot. I remember I used to freestyle with my friends, and that might have like made me level up a little bit. Might have made me really thankful to rap, because like my friends were, looking at me, and like I'm looking at them like, wow, you're a rapper, like I'm a rapper, like we can all be rappers and shit. And that was the vibe, but not everybody wanted to be a rapper. I guess I just really, really did, and everybody like fucked with that or something. I don't know. Like, everybody just fucked with rapping. But I always loved rap since I was in like fourth grade, maybe third grade. But it's a trip how far rap has come and how far down it's gone too. There are a lot of really good artists out there. And there's a lot not really good artists out there, because the game is oversaturated like 10 times. But this is a trip. This is way different with a camera. Like, I love it. It's cool. But I used to do it with a microphone. My last podcast, I just had a, like an actual microphone. It probably sounded really cool, but I'm not sure how this is gonna sound, how the audio's gonna come back, but I hope it's good. Like, people can hear me on speakerphone. You'd think people could hear me on this mic, but I guess we'll find out. Keep looking at myself. I don't like that. I almost want to just turn the camera, but what a trip. It's been a while since I've done a podcast, but music is my pride and joy, and I've just been writing like reggae raps almost, and I feel like tonight I really wrote my first reggae song. And I love writing so much, but when you can really, sing it along to some guitar, get crazy with it, get a little goofy, it's fire. Like, lively up yourself, live and love, like, live and let live. That's how it feels when you're making reggae music. But when I'm just rapping and not making like melodies and just kind of going like some hardcore, some raw shit with no auto tune type shit, like, yeah, that's fun. But it's even more fun to make like R&B and reggae and come up with different melodies. But to each his own. That's why I like to do both. Not put myself in a box. But I love rapping about consciousness. I guess if most people would probably not listen to my last podcast, but I do rap about, knowledge and trying to like become the best version of yourself and not get stuck on the past and stuff. But there's a lot of different messages in my music. I couldn't say it's all one. It's just the only reason why it's all one is because the message is unity. My gosh, I'm about to sneeze about 20 times. I really wanted to make a podcast tonight, though, and I've been putting it off. I was going to do it today. I was like, I'll just do it tomorrow. It's like, there is no tomorrow. Like I said, you gotta live in the present moment. I don't care if I'm about to sneeze 30 times and I just sneezed 60 times or whatever. Like, sorry for exaggerating, but it's probably not an exaggeration. I think I sneezed like 30 times one time. That can't be good for live performances, huh? Just make sure I don't sneeze. I might be partly allergic to my cats still. Allergic to the fact that they mess up my recordings. They are cute little things. You can't stay mad at them though. 5 years later, I'm trying to make music again. Can't imagine people who have like a wife and kids, like they could never make music unless they're Future or something. But you know, like my friend, he was a really, really good rapper all throughout his whole life, and you know, you just get to focus in on that stuff and you don't really make music that much anymore. But he was still just as good. He's still really good. And I'm not down on him at all. He's a really cool guy, and you know, people are wicked rappers and they let it all fall, like, but then they don't pick it back up. It's hard, just like I did 5 years probably. I've been releasing stuff, and I actually just low-key deleted some stuff too. But all my original stuff is still there. Like, nobody's listened to any of this music that got deleted, but the homies did, I guess. I kept the songs that they liked, but one mixtape is gone. Or maybe two. But that was my mistake because I wasn't dropping very quality music. And even some of the stuff that's out is still not that high quality, but it's stuff that I really like. I don't know. I feel like it's part of the SOLUS PLEXAR brand, but like some of the other stuff is not really part of the brand. It's mostly just me fucking around, I guess. Sorry about that. Oh my gosh. This is gonna be an unedited podcast because that's how it's supposed to be. Pardon me, that's unreal. It's time to go live somewhere else. I live right next to a huge plant and it's just pollution city. I don't want to live in the city anymore. Go live where the pollen is. You won't have allergies anymore. You get enough pollen.